Okay guys, today we're going to be talking about finding the equation of the line. And how do we find the equation of the line? We do this by the slope-intercept form, which is y equals mx plus b. So y equals mx plus b is what we call slope-intercept form. So slope-intercept form is y equals mx plus b, where you're labeling your point x, y, and your y-intercept is 0, b. Okay? Now, the point slope is y minus y1 equals m times x minus x1, which is a very good formula. And it's x1 and y1 is what you're labeling your point. And what your brain needs to understand is you are going to solve this thing for y, and you're going to label your point x1, y1. Now that is what the formula is that you're going to be utilizing. Now how do we go about this? Now when we use the first equation, y equals mx plus b, you are going to be having these steps. So step 1, you're going to find the slope. So whenever you find the slope, you are going to be utilizing the formula y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1, if it is not given. If it is given, then you're okay. We don't have to worry about it, okay? Now, step 2, you're going to take a point. Now, generally speaking, they'll give you 2 points, and you're going to choose one out of the 2 points, okay? And you're going to label it xy. Then you're going to write the formula, and you're going to plug in y, m, and x into the formula. And then you're going to solve this for b, and you're going to rewrite it to be y equals mx plus b, and plug in m and b into the equation, and this is your answer. Okay? Okay. Now, with that being said, come on. With that being said, I'm going to move this a little bit so you guys can see me a little bit more. Okay? The steps for using this point slope formula is going to be writing this formula down. You still have to find the slope, and this time you're going to label your point x1, y1, and you're going to write this formula, and you're going to plug in y1, m, and x1, and then you're going to solve for y. So the steps are just a little bit easier for the point slope form than what it is for mx plus b, but most students prefer this method over the other one. But it just really does depend upon you. So we're going to do them both ways so that your brain understands this. And it says to find the equation of the line with m equals 5 and y equals, your y-intercept is 0, 3. Now what I need your brain to understand is this word right here, y-intercept. The y-intercept is the ordered pair 0, b. So if 0, b is your y-intercept and I have 0, 3, this implies that b is 3. Do we understand that? That's super important that your brain grasps that. Because whenever I go to write this formula, now I am given my slope and my b, and I simply plug it in. Y equals 5x plus 3. There's your equation. Okay? Same concept, but this time I give you a slope of -3 with a point of 2, -5. Now, in the previous example, I gave you the y-intercept. I gave you 0 as your x value. In this example, you do not have 0 as your x value, which means you have to follow the steps that I have given you in this step right here. So you're going to go ahead and you are going to find the slope, which it's given, and you're going to take a point and label it. So I have the slope, and I'm going to label my point x and y. And then I'm going to write down my formula, and then I'm going to plug in my y, which is -5, my m, which is -3, and my x, which is 2. And then I'm going to solve for b. So if I'm solving this thing for b, I have -5 is equal to -6 plus b, add 6 to both sides, and I have 1 is equal to b. Many students stop and think that they're done. But your steps say after you solve for b, then rewrite y equals mx plus b. So I'm going to rewrite y equals mx plus b. And then your steps say to plug m and b into the formula. So y is equal to -3x plus 1. That is your answer, okay? So let's do the exact same problem, this time with the point slope formula, okay? So we're going to be utilizing this formula. And when you utilize that formula, the directions say to label your point x1, y1. So if I'm labeling my point x1, y1, that means I'm now going to write my formula. And then I labeled my point x1, y1, and I'm going to plug in y1, which is -5, m, which is -3. I keep the x, and then I plug in x1, which is going to be -2. A double negative creates a positive. So that's going to be y plus 5 is equal to, distribute, -3x plus 6. And then it says to solve for y. So I'm going to subtract 5. And I have y is equal to -3x plus 1. So what we've done here, folks, is the exact same problem and got the exact same answer. And it's just going to be really dependent upon what your brain likes to utilize and which formula is easier for you. Okay, so let's keep on going. Find the equation of the line. Given the information, use either formula. Now, I give you 2 points. Now, if I'm giving you 2 points, the question I have for you is, do I have the slope? I do not have the slope, but I can simply find the slope by using the formula y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. So here's x1, y1, here's x2, y2. And I simply plug and chug. 8 minus -2, -3 minus -5. A double negative is a positive, so that's 8 plus 2 over -3 plus 5. 8 plus 2 is going to be 10 over -3 plus 5, which is going to be 2. So my slope is 5. So now that I know what my slope is, I'm going to choose a point. It does not matter which point you choose. I'm going to choose the point with less negatives. So my point that I'm utilizing is going to be -3, 8. And now I'm also going to use the formula y equals mx plus b. Now when I use this formula, I label my point x and y. So I have 8 is equal to 5 times -3 plus b. So 8 is equal to -15 plus b. Add the 15 over, and I get 23 is equal to b. Now, this is where I said everybody here kind of thinks that they're done after they do this. But you're not done, because you have to go back and write down y equals mx plus b again and plug in your slope, which is 5, and your x and your b, which is 23. Now you are done. Okay? Find the equation of the line given the information. Use either formula. And I'm telling you, your slope is 3/4, and it's going to go through the point -12, 5. Okay? So I have y equals mx plus b. Here's x, here's y. Y is 5, m is 3/4, x is -12 plus b. Now, help yourselves out. Do this. -12 divided by 4 is going to give me a -3. So I have 5 is equal to 3 times -3 plus b. So 5 is equal to -9 plus b. Add the 9, and I'm going to get 16 is equal to b. Or actually 14. Sorry, can't add today. So that means I write down the formula again, and my final answer will be y is equal to, my slope is 3/4, x plus 14. And that is done. Now, this problem was really nice because my -12 was divisible by my 4. What happens whenever it's not very nice? We have to learn how to eliminate fractions. So we're going to find the denominator of the fraction. And we're going to multiply each term by the denominator. Each term, and I wrote that twice, sorry, by the denominator. Okay, this eliminates the fraction. Solve for b. So here we go. I give you the slope is 3/4 through the point -3, 5. So y is equal to mx plus b. I'm going to go ahead and label this x and y. So I have y is 5, 3/4 is my slope, -3 is my x plus b. I'm going to extend this. I'm going to marry the tops. 3 times -3 is -9 over 4 plus b. The direction said to locate your fraction in the denominator. Then all you're going to do is multiply each and every term by 4. So that's going to give me A 20 is equal to 4 times negative 9/4 plus 4b. Now, what you're going to see here are those are going to cancel out. To give you 20 is equal to negative 9 plus 4b. Add the 9. 29 is equal to 4b. Divide by 4. 29 over 4 is equal to b. Now remember, you're not done. Y equals mx plus b. And y is equal to, my slope is 3/4. And my b is 29 over 4. Now that's done. Last example, and then we're going to go ahead and start your homework. Find the equation of the line given the information. Use either formula. So I have 2 points that are given. So if I'm given 2 points, I have to first find the slope. So this is going to be x1, y1. This is x2, y2. So that's 3 minus 4 over negative 4 minus 5. So that's negative 1 over negative 9 to give me a double negative creates a positive. So there's my slope. Okay, so now I'm going to choose a point. That's positive. So I'm going to go ahead and say, okay, y equals mx plus b. Y is 4, m is 1/9, x is 5 plus b. Put this 5 over 1, multiply the tops, multiply the bottoms. Locate your denominator. Multiply each and every term by your denominator. So this gives me a 36 is equal to 9 times 5 nines plus 9b. The 9's cancel out. And I have 36 is equal to 5 plus 9b. Go ahead and subtract 5. 31 is equal to 9b. Divide by 9. And you get 31 over 9 is equal to b. Everyone thinks you're done, but you need to make sure you write down your equation again. Put in your slope, which is 1/9, and your b value, which is 31 over 9. Tonight's homework is 2-4, worksheet 1, finding the equation of the line with the slope and the points.